welcome back to Noise Pollution. Today we're going to be talking about the new Megan movie, Megan 2.0, which is out now. I have not seen it, but from everything I've heard, this article appears to be true. And what's good is the fact that they recognize the problem where they went wrong with it. I mean, besides that whole thing about making Megan a queer icon, which was that was just out of this world nonsense, silly. Oh,
Yeah.
that's just that's an embarrassment for everybody. But besides that, Blumhouse founder Jason Blum says the biggest mistake made with the failed Megan 2.0 was treating the doll like Superman. You know, bitch boss, girl power, all that, right?
Yeah.
Blumhouse didn't start the year well with Wolfman and Megan 2.0. Yeah, that Wolfman looked more like Meth Head Man. It was like he looked like something from The Hills Have Eyes with a breathing issue, and didn't even look like a wolf whatsoever. I mean, what were they thinking? Uh, it's unfortunate. Continuing that trend, the sequel shifted tone, genre, and was overconfidently placed in summer release window. I don't think when they released had much to do with it myself. That's just my opinion. I don't see, whenever they release it, I think it was their treatment of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the original was supposed to be, for the most part, a horror movie. And this one's a superhero movie about a doll. Yeah, okay. So the result is an opening weekend performance well below expectations at 10 million, which for a movie, that hits theaters, yeah, that's pitifully low these days. He tried to make it a summer franchise rivaling a superhero IP, said Blum. We all thought Megan was like Superman. We could do anything to her. He really shouldn't be saying that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We could change genres. We could put her in the summer. Well, again, I don't see the deal. Summer, winter, what? I don't see it. We could make her look different. We could turn her from a bad guy into a good guy. And we kind of classically overthought how powerful people's engagement was really with her. Well, I've seen people react to the first Megan movie, and they were genuinely creeped out by this little girl doll, and now they're like, but she's a good guy now and a superhero. Yeah, that's what killed it. I mean, again, besides the whole, she's a queer icon.
Yeah.
you know, what are these people thinking? Or, let me rephrase that. What kind of special crack are they smoking? Blum thought he could go from Little Shop of Horror movie to a tent pole and live in the summer. He was wrong and could have spared himself embarrassment by releasing in January again. Once again, I don't see the big deal about when they release it. I'm not seeing it. I mean, maybe they're looking at stats and projections, and yeah, in most cases, that's not going to matter that much.
Mm-mm.
Now, if it was a classic kind of horror, monster kind of horror movie, uh, yeah, you probably want it closer to Halloween, so people are more in the spirit of it.
Yeah.
But this was not that kind of movie, not even the first movie of this. Third, he wishes he gave the director more time. That is a good idea. You should always give the director the adequate time to do what they need to do. Gerard Johnstone, Blum explained, is a terrific director who couldn't solve almost anything you throw at him. He continued, on this again, we got over our skis too far. I'm not familiar with that phrase. Summer movie, changed the genre, set the date, and we got too excited. We got too excited by Megan. Again, something they shouldn't be saying because it
Nope.
sounds wrong. And she didn't work. So that's what happened. Okay, now he goes on talking about they have a similar kind of movie. They apparently they've already been working on called Soulmate, and the A is replaced by an 8, just like in Megan the 3. Soulmate, which Megan co-producer James Wan describes as AI meets Fatal Attraction, is due out at the start of next year. Megan obviously dabbles in the PG-13 world, the younger demographic. We always felt like there might be a more adult story to tell. Again, something he shouldn't be.
Yeah, this is so wrong.
And that's what Soulmate is. Soulmate is basically set in the same AI world, but seen through a more grown up perspective, one that embraces all the great erotic thrillers from the 90s. It's like Fatal Attraction, but with robots. Okay,
Oh,
okay. So you're mixing AI, robots, horror, and eroticism. I'm not so confident on that.
yeah, me either.
Okay,
This,
in this day and age, there's probably men out there who fantasize about the perfect robot woman that they can get down with, but they don't want a horror movie about it. I'm thinking, I just don't see it. I don't. I mean, it may be a big hit, it may be a huge success, but I don't see it.
I don't either. Oh, this does not sound good at all. This just doesn't sound good. Period.
Well, it's like I was saying, have to give some props to Blom for actually taking the loss and not shifting blame to everyone else. Yes, I am so sick of that. It's like when they'll go, this movie is not for straight white males. And then the movie fails, and they're like, well, straight white males are to blame. They didn't show up for the movie, and they're to blame is because they're bigoted and they're sexist and racist. We get so much of that. If you make a bad product, don't blame the people not taking your crap.
Yeah,
If you piss in your pot of stew, don't be mad at the people who don't eat it.
yeah, that's true. But the way they're, I just don't see this other movie. I think it's gonna bomb too, just like Megan 2.0 did.
So this comment, what did Blum expect? Megan is basically a Terminator, and that's what fans wanted to see more of in the sequel. Instead, they got a bad clone of T2 with none of the intellectual depth and reflection on ontology, and the description of soulmate doesn't fill me with confidence. Neither.
Yeah, me either. I
So
just,
I actually kind of like the first Megan movie.
yeah, I
I
did
mean,
too.
and for new movies, that's a little bit rare. You know, it's kind of like, it was something. It was fluff. It wasn't real bad, but I wouldn't call it good. That's the best bet in most movies I see now. But Megan was like, hey, that wasn't bad. That was kind of something there, right? And
Yeah.
here they go. Here they go. It's like, let's just throw away 90% of the original formula and they're gonna love it.
Well,
And then she's gonna be a queer icon. Like, okay. AI robot. How does that equate to queer icon in any sort of way?
well, that's probably what they're gonna do with the Soulmate movie. It's gonna be something like that. They can't leave that stuff alone.
Yeah, okay. So the soulmate robot's gonna sit down and go, so I'm non-binary. And they'll be like, what? What's going on? Did you program that into her? No, I didn't. Somebody look at the logs. Somebody had to. So next thing you know, this non-binary robot is murdering its developers and trying to have sex with them at the same time. And I think that's about where we're at, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I do too.
Hey, everybody out there. Don't you want a killer sexualized robot non-binary thing?
Oh my God. You know,
Okay.
good God, I can't even. But the people have spoken with Megan 2.0. They didn't like it, and the prophet showed.
Okay, with that, we're out till next time.